Elsewhere, a new survey suggests that Kenyans are much happier with the services offered by the country's financial services sector. According to the survey released by audit firm Ernst, the challenge now remains for the banks to keep their customers happy. Here is Adelaide Changole with that report.
The local banking scene has seen a dynamic decade, with industry players seeking to include more Kenyans into the formal financial services sector. According to Ernst & Young's latest consumer banking survey that surveyed 32,000 respondents in 43 countries, 66% of Kenyans are confident about their banks and 62% would recommend their bank to a friend or relative, far higher than the global average of 33% confidence and 40% advocacy.
Customer experience is going to be key and will continue to be key going forward. We have to give our customers the experience that they value so that we can get their loyalty, so that they can extend the reach of their services and even get more people into the banks.
I also want to be treated properly. I want to be treated well, and if you treat me well, then I'm going to recommend you to family and friends, is what Kenyans are saying.
This good standings, the survey also indicates, has been made possible by technology, especially on the mobile phone front.
Traditional banks have to thank the telecom providers for actually providing fantastic financial services access to the customers for these results.
Currently, only 63% of respondents cite traditional banks as their primary financial services provider, with 21% saying they use mobile phone service providers and another 16% cite SACCOs, investment firms and other technology providers. This means the sector offers more competition than other markets, where 98% of financial services are provided by traditional banks and only 2% is taken up by alternative ways of banking.
These customers are finding that traditional banks actually offer little or no advantage compared to your new providers. So that means that the traditional banks have to work even harder to try and get these customers and even retain them.
Customers here having more choice in terms of channel, more choice of who provides the service. And I think what will remain interesting is the role that the mobile or the telcos provide to their customers going forward.
More recently, Equity Bank announced its planned entry into the mobile service industry, pointed to the next phase of competition in the industry.
So I see more competition. I see the mobile providers actually providing some of that and actually engineering in some aspects of retail excellence, which I think is good in the mix. I also see a real focus on segments and banks actually figuring out more and more what groups of customers actually want to see.
The good news for Kenyan banks is that customers are generally happy with their services. But the bad news is competitors are increasingly moving into their core business, and banks now have to up their game to remain relevant in the new world order. Adelaide Changole, KTN Business.